the one thing that I think that I'm still not hearing is enough sound. Even with the two of you playing, I think I'm still playing louder than both of you on this. You know, like it needs to be biting, but also I need tone. So how are we going to work on that? When we're playing staccato and we need to make tone, especially with the mute, what can we do to work on finding that tone? You would do some Chikowitz, right? So what is that called? What are those called? Flow studies. Long tones? The Chikowitz long tones? So if we can turn this into a long tone, so in other words, I make everything long. Can we do that once? One. So I'll do 1, 2, and we're going to play it in time, but we're going to add length to all the short notes. Like we're just going to add sustain until we have to change a note, right? So 1, 2. Or we can go. We can do that, right? Let's try it. 2. So ready? Go. 1, 2. Good. See how much more sound you're making? You need to make that same loudness when you play staccato. Now we're just gonna play that same thing. We're gonna sustain, but now I want you to tongue every change of note, right? Do you know what I mean? Or tongue the notes that are supposed to be tongued in this, right? So I'm gonna go like this. Something like that, right? We're gonna start adding the space in, right? We can do it together, same thing. 1 and 2 and. That's better. Now can we do it staccato with that same volume? Ready and go, and 1 and 2 and. Yeah, okay, so that was better. There was more volume, right? Now we're getting a little bit more presence. This is one of the big things that I noticed in rehearsal too. We talked about it in class, and we got to a good place of like looking at the ceiling and bringing ourselves down to the right place where your bells were a little bit more parallel with the floor, right? But what happened in rehearsals? The same thing I'm seeing right here. Into the stand or down to the floor, right? I need to see bells in the audience. One of the disadvantages we have in Marian Anderson Hall is that when we put our bells in a certain direction, some audience members don't hear us at all. So I make a conscious effort when I'm there to always have my power alley, right, as we call it, where my bell is not behind the stand or below the stand. It's always either to the side or above. And in that way, most of the people in the hall can hear my tone, you know. When you guys are sitting on the floor, I don't know what you're going to do in Carnegie, but when you're sitting on the floor and you're playing into somebody's back, it becomes even more important, because otherwise the sound gets lost and you sound later, because the sound's it's like bouncing off of a bunch of stuff before it gets out in the audience, right? So the more the conductor can see your bell, the better, especially if they like your tone. If they don't like your tone and you keep getting this, well, then you might want to point it somewhere else. So let's see if we can do that same thing again here. And with the mutes, it's really important. Like I said, you're getting completely lost in the audience with the mutes. I almost didn't hear it at all. One more time for the same place, that same entrance. Actually, play the note before the F sharp. So okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and try to sing that a little bit more like you're going to hear the flutes and clarinets take that over, right? Instead of da. Does it say espressivo on your part? No. It does for them, but I don't turn to it. Good. That was better. Making more sound. Does that feel better to you?